What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 3, episode 3, whatever you want to call it, of building a new rear for my car. I think today I'll be knocking off all the rust, all the surface rust off the rear, because it was sitting in the junkyard. So it has a lot of surface rust on it. I'm going to knock all that off with a wire brush, lay some paint on it, put in the new internals, all the new thing we're doing, ring, pinion, and then a couple bearings and maybe a couple seals. But I'll keep you updated once I have the parts, and then that's basically it. And I don't know if I'll put the install on this video or maybe make it a separate video, but we'll see. You'll be able to tell by the title. But other than that, I'm gonna do a cold start for you guys because I know you guys like that, but let's get right into it. Yeah, she's loud. Alright, so I'm back in the shop. I'm gonna just basically get right into tackling and cleaning this rear. I'm gonna hit it with this engine grime remover, just some basic stuff, and then with a wire brush, and we're gonna get right into it. So let's go. So it's all cleaned up. 3 hours later, I already got hit with some primer. I'm just gonna hit it with primer and paint now, and I'll film myself doing that, and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, well, I forgot to film me putting on the primer, but nothing you guys haven't seen before. It's just the first coat. I have to do the underside too, but I'm out, so I'm gonna have to get more, but I'll film that. parts in, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what I got. So I'm going to open these up. There's two boxes. This one was heavier, so I think the real goodies are in that one, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Kind of hard to do with one hand. Alright, let's see what we got here. A whole lot of nothing. What the hell is this? Okay, so a gasket. All that for a gasket, really? Okay, we got some more stuff. This looks like the crush nut or crush bearing. I forget what it's called. Something crush nut in there. So we got that as well. These are seals, actual seals, I believe. I think there's a bearing in here. I think this is the pinion bearing. And then just more seals. So that's it for box 1. Let's go to box 2. Box 2, this one was a little bit heavier. So I think the real goodies are in here, like the gears and stuff like that. Could be wrong. Alright. Let's see what we got. Here it is. Of course, it's in another box, but I guess these are the gears, the ring and pinion. I'm gonna open this one up too, but I'm gonna have to drop the phone, and I'll show you that. Alright, so I'm almost positive that these are the gears. They did a hell of a lot of packaging the last little bit here, and even more packaging. Holy crap. Okay, one last thing, I'm gonna take that stuff off and I'll show you. This is the new pinion, the new ring, 373 gears. That's what we're putting in the new rear. Can't wait to get after it. So let's get into it. Alright, we got one more box. I think these are the last 2 pieces I've been waiting for. If I can get this cut open. Here's my pinion seal. Got it. And the additive oil for the diff. So that's it. We got all the parts now. It's a quick way to drop $200, but as long as you guys like watching the videos, it doesn't matter. I'll spend as much money as I have to. So I think the next step is going to be installing all this, so let's get after it. Alright, so I didn't film it, but I just put the new ring on the new diff. I'll show you guys that in a second. I'm just grabbing the torque wrench to put the new bolts in the back of the diff that go through the ring, and I'll show, but I'm just walking around trying to find the torque wrench. But alright, so here's the new ring that I put on. I'm just torquing down these bolts right here. I hope you can hear me, but I'm torquing these down. I just torqued them down to 50. Now I'm going to go to 75 and then 100. And then this part's done and we got to move on to the next part. Alright, hopefully you can hear me. We just put on a fan because it is so freaking hot in here. It's finally summer, so it's hot. Besides the point, we got the pinion in. The new pinion. It's basically tight. We don't have the oil slinger in there or the pinion seal in there. But now we got that all tightened up, and now we gotta see what's up with this. We gotta put on the shims and whatever these are called, I forget what the name of them. And then we got to check backlash, and that's the next step. So that's what we're going to work on now. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days. Unfortunately, I had to order more parts because my dumbass didn't think I would need shims and shit like that, because I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's all good. So we just are trying to figure out pinion depth and the ring and stuff like that. So we're writing down each time we change the shims on each side, because if you look, you have to keep the same amount of shim in total. You can add some to one side, take some out to the other side, but it has to equal the same amount. And then you keep trying that, check the backlash. Backlash has to be between 8 and 12. Right now we're at 3, so that means we have to I think we're going to add more to the right side, take some out of the left side, and then we should be close. We also just checked the gear tooth pattern with the yellow paint, and as you can see, if I flip it over, which is this side of the gear, and then, or that's the drive side, excuse me, and then we're very high on the other side of the gear, which is not what you want. You want to be right in the center on both sides. So it's just a big trial and error thing, but that's basically all you do. You keep adding shims to one side, take some out of the other side, and then that's basically it. Keep showing me doing this, so I'm just gonna probably cut to right when we get it, and then we put everything together. So, all right, well, 3 hours or so later, we're at the point where I think we've changed the backlash and pinion depth a good 6 times, so getting really frustrated. But I think I'm at a point where I think it's acceptable, and I'm not an expert by any means, but I think it's acceptable. I'm gonna show you guys it. You guys can leave a comment if you know anything better than I do, but I mean, I think this is acceptable, but let me show you. So as you can see on the drive side, it looks pretty good. It's in the middle. It's a little high, but it's in the middle, and then as it goes, it looks good. And the drive side's more important, so that's the side you have to worry about, and it looks pretty good. It's just that the coast side is really low, but I don't know if that matters. And I'm at a point where I'm not an expert, but I personally want to say it's good enough. The backlash is reading about 6 thousandths, so I want to say that's good enough. But I'll let you guys know what my end verdict is, but I think I'm going to cut the video here. Another hard day's work, but I'll let you guys know. Well, started working on this at 4 o'clock. I think it's 8:30 right now, 8:15. I'm calling it a day. There's only so much you can do. I gave it 2 more shots after the last clip I shot, and I'm getting closer. You know, the ring and the gear they're starting to work towards the center, and that's what you want to see. So I think I'm gonna come in one more day, get that closer to the center, and then I think that's going to be it. But that's going to do it all for the video. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Leave a comment, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.